Can you taste the difference between ultra-processed and minimally processed foods? We asked nutritionist Lorraine Carney to do a taste test.
Here we have two different types of bread. This one is made with whole grains, and this is made with more of the refined ingredients, and it has some additives and preservatives. Here, when we look at them, you can see the color difference immediately. This one is more yellow. It does have some coloring added, and we do have more holes and texture within this. So when we pick up the bread and pull it apart, you can see it's airy, dense. It does have a little more gluten, so it's going to be chewy. Let me taste it. It's chewy, but it's dissolving in my mouth as I speak. But when we have the higher fiber product, more of the whole grains, there's more substance to it, and it takes it longer to break down. Because the longer that our body has to break down the food, the less of those blood sugar spikes and crashes we get. With the cereals that we selected, we chose one that was bran flake versus all bran. When we looked at the ingredients, one was highly processed compared to minimally processed. The bran flake, it's got that shiny coating on the outside. It does have more sugar to it. There's a sweetness to it, almost like molasses. There's a very thinness to the cereal. And with this being less dense compared to the all bran, typically it would require more of this food, which would increase the amount of sugar and calories to feel more full. Over here, we do have the bran. When it does have more bulk and more fiber to it, it does keep our blood sugar balanced for longer. The good thing is when we choose the lower sugar items, it doesn't mean that we can't have sugar. It just means that we can add in to meet our own sweetness standards. So you could add a little bit of honey to it if you desire, or some fruit. And the all bran had more fiber compared to flakes, but less ingredients. Very little sweetness. It feels a little bit more meatier compared to the flake. So here we have the two yogurts. One is much thicker, much creamier. And there's a tartness to it. And with Greek yogurt, it does have the added benefits of being low sugar, high protein. Here is another yogurt. You can see instantly the texture is completely different. Oh, and the sweetness. The sweetness will also tell you that there's added sugar to it. The mouthfeel is so different that it almost seems like there's something missing, that in between the layers of the yogurt, there's like an air or a lightness. That is not how yogurt is supposed to taste.